My intuition.
Okay guys, we're going to be playing with the Natasha Denona Circo Loco palette. So this is the first time I've used my microphone since I moved, and yeah, it didn't work. There is no sound at all, so this is going to have to be a voiceover. It wasn't intended to be, so I apologize. But right here, I'm just priming my eyes with some e.l.f. Camo Concealer. And first I'm going to go in with Cotton Candy, this light pale pink, and use that as my transition color. So I'm going to be doing two different looks, one on each eye, so that I can show you guys as many of the shadows as possible in one video. And so you can just see two different looks created with the palette. So the first one I'm doing is going to be a purplish one. So after I put that in my crease with a Sigma E40, I'm going to go in with a more tapered brush, and that's an Urban Decay brush, and go in with the color Magic, which is kind of just like a grape colored purple, and put that in my crease. Now I was not expecting it to be as vibrant and intense as it was, especially for a purple, so I went a little heavy, but it all works out when I blend it out. But I was very impressed with the purple shadows in this palette. So next I go in with the Sigma E25, and this is actually a shimmer shade, but I'm gonna try and pull it off in my outer corner, and it's called Act. And this is another one I'm super impressed by. Look how rich that color is, and for a purple, which are the hardest shadows to make and to really work with, in my opinion. And yes, there is fallout, but I mean, I barely even went in with my brush too. These are just very intensely pigmented colors. So then I go back in with my blending brush and some Cotton Candy just to blend the edges out. So now for the lid shade, I'm gonna go in with Aerialist. And it's kind of like an icy lavender shimmer. So gorgeous. And I'm going to be putting that all over my lid. Oh, these shadows did not disappoint. I have been wanting Natasha to come out with a colorful palette, because you guys know I love my bright colors. And she finally did. And even though this was the first time I have used it, I am impressed so far, but I'm getting ahead of myself. So I just go back in with that last purple shade we use and kind of freshen up the outer corner, and I'm just kind of doing that in a patting motion, and then I bring it into my crease. Now for my lower lash line, I'm going in with a ColourPop eyeliner in Piggy Bank, and then to blend that out, I am using a pencil brush, and I go back in with Magic, which is like that matte grape color, and put that in my lower lash line. And then I just wanted to make sure it was connecting with the outer corner. So now I'm gonna spray my brush with some Fix Plus, and I'm gonna go back in with our lid shade Aerialist and just kind of freshen up the lid shade, if you shall, and make it more metallic and just make it pop by adding that Fix Plus. So I'm going to highlight my brow bone using the Anastasia Moonchild Glow Kit, and I'm using the color Star, which is kind of like a silver, like an icy silver. And just put that on my brow bone. So I got my brows microbladed, guys. I'm so happy with them. So then I just take my blending brush and kind of blend all that together. And I'm just going to go in with a small band of eyeliner, and I'm using the Wander Beauty liquid eyeliner. And then I'm also going to throw on some mascara, and for that I am going to be using the Pat McGrath Fetish Eyes mascara. And that is the first look without lashes. So for the second look, I'm going to go in with that light blue, and it's called Cotton Candy. And I'm going to be putting that in my crease as a transition shade. So after I do that, I'm going to take this pink called Joker with a more tapered blending brush, a Morphe B80, and put that in my crease. Now I didn't really think this through because as soon as I laid it down, I'm like, oh, blue and pink make purple. So I just did my best to make it look as pink and not blend it in with that blue so much so that you could still tell that I used a pink and it didn't blend all together and turn into a complete purple, since I just did a purple look. So now I'm taking a flat synthetic brush, and I'm gonna go in with this shimmer kind of turquoise called Flip, and I'm gonna put that in the center of my lid. And this is such a gorgeous shade. It's kind of like a turquoise mixed with an emerald. And now I'm gonna go in with Snow Cone, which is like an icy blue, and I'm going to put that in the inner third of my eye. I was trying to go for like kind of an ombre effect here with the light blue then the teal blue. Just make sure I get that all over my lid. Then I'm going to go in with Acrobat, which is a deep teal, and I'm going to put that in my outer V with a pencil brush and just kind of blend it in with the lid shade there. And I just lay the color down first, and then I go back in with my brush and then I blend it out when I'm working with my outer corner. Now I'm just going to lay some more product down and blend it out. Just repeat the same step. For the lower lash line, I'm going to use a NYX Faux White Eyeliner in Linen, and it's kind of just like a light pink. And then I'm going to go back in with Joker, that hot pink, and put that on my lower lash line. I just love how blue and pink look together. And then I'm actually going to use the same color I used to highlight the other side of my brow bone, Star, from the Anastasia Moonchild Glow Kit. I think it looks good with both of the looks. And I'm also going to put another small band of eyeliner on this side and throw on some of the Pat McGrath mascara as well. So here's where I'm basically saying this is the completed look, and I go in and talk about the palette. So since there's no sound, I'm just gonna tell you my opinion in voiceover. I apologize. This is gonna look like a foreign film where their mouths are moving completely different than what is actually being said. Alright, so the past few Natasha palettes that have come out, I've been underwhelmed with. I mean, they're gorgeous shadows, but they've all kind of been, you know, just like everyday shadows. There's the bronze palette, there's the glam palette, and they're all just really pretty shadows, but if you guys know me, you know I love my bright colors. So when I told myself I wasn't gonna buy another Natasha Denona palette, but then when I saw that she came out with a colorful one, I was like, oh, you're killing me. I need to try this. And I really should have waited for the Sephora sale, but what the hell. But overall, I'm very impressed with it. The only thing that I wish were different was I wish she would have included some matte shades that you could have made a look using those orange shades, because there really isn't one. Alright guys,